Hey there, this is Ray the Video Guy. Have you ever been on a website where the buy button slid in from the side or a picture of the product came flying into the screen? Well, if you've ever wanted to do that for your website, I've got the perfect solution for you. It's a new plugin for WordPress called WP Animator, and it allows you to animate almost any element on your screen with a simple drag and drop interface. Best of all, it works with any theme and any page builder. So no matter how you built your page, you can add flashy animations to your website. In fact, take a look at how easy this is to do. The first thing we're going to do is click on the WP Animator tab in the left-hand sidebar. In just a moment, your website will appear on the screen, and at the bottom will be the WP Animator toolbox. To adjust the size of the toolbox, simply grab the red box and you can move it up or down. To the left-hand side will be your animation control settings, and the right-hand side will be your project control settings, which consist of a handful of tabs. These tabs include your Animation tab, which will show all the different animated elements, your Settings tab, your Save Settings and Animations tab, your Docs, and your Close Program button. To the left-hand side, you'll also see a resolution setting, which will allow you to set it to full screen or to see what it'll look like in a mobile browser. To create our first animation, all we have to do is hit the New Animation button, and on the screen we'll be prompted to move our mouse over the website to select an element. On the left-hand side of our toolbar, we'll see our animation settings. The first thing you'll see at the top here is our animation name, and in this case I'm going to give it a name of Logo Animation so that we can animate the logo on the screen. On the right hand side you'll see Logo Animation listed in our animation section here so that we can come back to this later once we have more than one animation. As we hover over the screen, you'll see that each element has a red dotted line as we pass over it. This allows us to select what element we're going to animate. In this case, we're going to animate the logo at the top, so we're going to click on this. And when we do so, you'll see the default animation, which is the slide left. And now we can come down into our animation settings and make adjustments. The first thing we can adjust is the type of animation. Right now, as we said, it's set to slide left, but we have all sorts of different settings in here that we can choose from. So for instance, we could choose bounce, and when we do so, you'll see the animation change. Once we find an animation that we like, we can choose that one and stick with it. If we want to replay the animation, all we have to do is hit the play button, and we'll see it animate back onto the screen. And we can adjust the timing of our animation by moving the slider left or right to increase or decrease the amount of time. If we want to go higher than 4.9 seconds, all we have to do is type in a number in the box, and we'll see the animation move much more slowly. We can readjust that to bring it down to the perfect time. Once we're happy with that, we can move over to delay. This allows us to choose when the animation happens once the page is loaded. If it's set at 0, the animation will happen immediately upon page load. If we move this up, it'll delay it by up to 5 seconds. If we want to go higher than 5 seconds, we can type a number into the box. Now the next thing that we can set is a second effect. A second effect is an animation that happens after the original effect is over. So in this case, we could choose something such as Shake Rotate, and you'll see our animation is shaking and rotating. And this will happen after the original animation up here. If we want to see it again, simply hit the play button. And again, we can choose the time that we want this to last, so we could bring this all the way up to 4.9 seconds. You can see it animates quite slowly. And if we want to go higher, we can just put in a number into the box. Now the next thing that we can set is our delay. This is the amount of time between the first animation and the second animation. So in this case, we've got it set to 4 seconds, which means once the logo is animated onto the screen, it will wait 4 seconds and then do our Shake Rotate effect. Just below this, we have our repeat, which allows us to choose how many times we want to see that second effect. In this case, if I bring it up to 20 and I set a delay of 5 seconds, then we'll see our Shake Rotate animation happen 20 times with 5 seconds in between each one of the animations.